All right, so you got your first stick welder. You want to start welding. There's a couple things you got to do before you actually strike the arc. So first thing we're going to do is go to the machine. Whatever machine that you have, we're going to set it to a stick mode, but then we're going to set our amps. This one we're running off a remote, so it's going to be a little bit different. But so I would set this, depending on what you're welding, you're going to set your amperage, and that's going to be all dependent on what size rod you're using. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go find our negative and our positive terminals, right? So this is going to be our negative, and it's going to go to our ground. Positive is always going to go to your stinger, unless you're TIG welding. Next up is going to be your rod, and basically positioning. A lot of people will have where they'll change it in their stinger. I don't do that. I bend the rod, then I can go to whatever angle I need to go, right? Unless you're putting a bead in, that's the best route. Now you got your stinger, your rod, everything's hooked up. Next we're going to go with metal prep, so that's going to be whatever surface you're working on. If it's a bevel, we want to make sure that this thing's completely smooth. We have a landing on it. We've cleaned off all the mill scale. You got one thing left. That's going to be just drop your hood and start welding.